Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13, and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now whistles and a timeout. Vikings slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Ready.
Mond looks to throw on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. On the move past the 40. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On second down, Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. The Bills in 2-6 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop. A chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They run again on 1st down. Cook.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Firing
quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They start the drive with Cook. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Let's go.
6-0 our score after 1. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient, find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off. But you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the...
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about it. He shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKenzie. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, hold.
Allen. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Bass is trailing now 6-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mon looks to throw.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Cook up the gut. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man, don't do that.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the middle, it's Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Okay, ready?
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Bond going to throw it. got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mond out of the shotgun.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
On first down, here's Mond. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Alert! 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. 56, 56.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On play action, Allen uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert!
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Tre'Davious White that time getting there for the loss. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. He's got room at the 30.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
They'll run with Cook. Stop short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham. his first touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here in the second half. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
The Vikings will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Cook, they'll try and run it. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Allen going to throw. There's the former Viking, Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 31, Allen, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. Allen now looks to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now Allen again. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson,
33 yards.
and the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
On first down, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Asezi Atomewo
Brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Hey, tight.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Vikings, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.